ऑस्ट्रेलियन मेडिकल काउंसिल का एग्जाम यानी एएमसी आजकल एक हॉट टॉपिक बना हुआ है हमारे पास। और उसकी सबसे बड़ी रीजन ये है कि इससे पहले हमारे पास जो अल्टरनेटिव ऑप्शन था वो था प्लेब का। और प्लेब जो है, प्लेब अब उन्होंने क्लोज कर दिया है। और उसकी रीजन ये है कि उन्होंने लोकल जो उनके यूके और उसके बाद आयरलैंड के ग्रेजुएट, तो उन्होंने उनको प्रेफरेंस दे दी है। तो उसकी वजह से काफ़ी सारे जो पाकिस्तानी डॉक्टर्स हैं पहले वो प्लेब प्रेफर करते थे। एएमसी का डिफिकल्टी लेवल हमारे पास ज़्यादा है प्लेब की निस्बत, तो एएमसी की तरफ कम जाते थे। और उसकी दूसरी रीज़न ये भी थी हमारे पास कि एएमसी जो था उसका सेंटर हमारे पास पाकिस्तान में नहीं था। डॉक्टर्स को दुबई जाना पड़ता था, गल्फ कंट्रीज में, या फिर सिंगापुर जाना पड़ता था। लेकिन पिछले 1-2 साल से अब सेंटर लाहौर के अंदर बन चुका है, तो आप AMC 1 जो है पाकिस्तान के अंदर दे सकते हैं। और इसके अलावा एएमसी के आजकल इंथुजियास्ट जो है पाकिस्तान में बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गए हैं। तो इसी के लिए हमने ये वेबिनार रखा है। हमारी गेस्ट स्पीकर हैं डॉक्टर सिबगा जफर। तो आप ही ने AMC 1 क्लियर किया हुआ है और उन्होंने कुछ टाइम में AMC 2 देना है। तो आप ही, आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, आपने हमें अपना कीमती वक्त दिया। तो आप ही, हम आपकी तरफ चलते हैं। आप हमें सुन रही हैं?
Uh, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Am I audible?
यस, आप यू आर ऑडिबल, यू कैन प्रोसीड।
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for having me. And secondly, I'm Dr. Sibgha from batch of 22 in Iqbal Medical College. I have recently passed my AMC exam, as well as I am doing residency in Pakistan in general surgery as well. Today, I will discuss about the AMC pathway, its pros and cons, and about the whole pathway, including its registration, part one, clinical, and how you get job there, and what is the current situation of AMC and the job market in Australia. First of all, let's start with what is AMC. Basically, AMC is a registration exam which we need to be registered with Australian Medical Council. As we all know, Pakistan's MBBS degree is recognized in Australia, but they need exam. This exam comprises basically two steps. One is AMC clinical, and the first is the AMC CAT or MCQ, and the second is AMC clinical. Anyone who wants to practice in AMC, they should get registered with Australian Medical Council. Uh, at our stage, as we are fresh graduates, we need to be registered with the Medical Council. Otherwise, there are also other pathways. For example, there is competent authority pathways, which is for the consultants who have done their FCPS. They can go there. Or there is GP pathway as well. There are multiple pathways. But at this point, we are just concerned with the standard pathway, which is usually similar to PLAB or USMLA at our stage. Uh, so let's begin with the pathway, what it is and what it includes. First of all, let me tell you that there is a process of registration as well. First of all, you need EPIC verification and registration with the AMC. This is very crucial step. Most of the people who go onto the AMC pathway, they know very late that registration is also mandatory. Some of the people, they get into exam and they prepare whole of it. But when they go for the registration of AMC exam, they get to know that there is a process of registration as well, which delay their exam process. So this is very important. Uh, there is a hopeful pathway detail. First of all, there is obviously EPIC verification, AMC portfolio. These are the parts of registration. Second is the AMC MCQ or CAT examination. Then there is AMC Clinical, which needs to be done in Australia. For that, you need preparation, visa, travel, and after that, but OIT and IELTS is not mandatory for AMC Clinical. You need OIT and IELTS for application of job. So you can do after that. And then after passing AMC Clinical, you need to get registered with the AMC, and then you can apply for as a non-training job, and then for residency afterwards. Let's talk about the eligibility criteria. First of all, who is eligible? Anyone who has done or has completed their MBBS. Uh, some of the people might be concerned, is house job mandatory? No, house job is not mandatory for the AMC. However, it is highly recommended. If you haven't done any clinical work in Pakistan, then the chances of getting job after AMC are lower. So I would recommend everyone should get their house job done in Pakistan. Secondly, uh, degree is must for the application and verification process. AMC says that transcript, which we get from the UHS or our college, I think the UHS transcript or the degree, you can apply on the basis of both. Mostly, as far as my experience is, I had applied on the basis of my degree, which I got uh, somehow after a few months. But you can get it early. You can apply as soon as you get your degree. There is nothing else about eligibility. I think everyone who has done their final year and have their degree, they can apply. After eligibility, there is also one thing we have to check if anyone is from outside Islamabad Medical College. They also have to check either their college is eligible or or it is recognized by the Australian Medical Council. For that, you have to go on the website of AMC. There you can check the eligibility of your college. Once you checked it, or either your program is also recognized, because in some areas, I think not in Pakistan, but abroad in India or in Iran, there is MD degree. So you have to check both, is your college and as well as your program is recognized by AMC. And for the most of the colleges of UHS and all the major medical schools in Pakistan, almost all are recognized by AMC. But however, anyone belonging to private medical colleges who are not affiliated with UHS in Punjab or any other new colleges, kindly check uh, on the AMC website either you are eligible or not. After that, the first step which we encounter is epic verification. Most of the people who have done USMLE, they must be familiar with the ECFMG. You have heard of your colleagues talking about it. But for AMC, there is a bit difference. It is just similar to, and it is connected to ECFMG, but it is not that. This is epic verification. This is done through Mind Test website. It is a newly updated version of Epic. Uh, at this website, first of all, you log in, make your account, and then they provide you with an Epic ID. Epic is a universal or international platform which mostly verify the degree and the education of people, and then it sends all the verified data to concerned body. So Epic is linked to AMC. Uh, Once you make your Epic ID, you get your login. For that, you have to pay 1,000 American dollar. After getting your login, you upload your degree. Epic sends that degree or emails that degree to your college for verification. Before some time, it was a very quick process. It would take hardly 3 to 4 days. But nowadays, as the pathway has become saturated, now it takes around 2 to 3 weeks. And if your college is not responsive that much, it can take longer. For this process, we need 130 US dollars. After that, we have to build AMC portfolio. Basically, AMC portfolio is now built on AMC website. For AMC website to log in, you need MyIntel's ID, which you get afterward. Uh, at AMC, you create your account, which is called the AMC portfolio. You pay 625 Australian dollar for this. Then AMC provides you with the candidate ID, which you receive in idly in a week. After that, you can book your exam. Now you are eligible to book your AMC CAT or AMC clinical exam, which is the basic and the first step. Uh, for this step, as you have already logged in, you have ID, you have to pay. The fee of AMC 1 is around, uh, it is around 6 lakh if we talk in Pakistani rupee. In Australian dollars, it is 2,920. And if you pay from Pakistan, you have to pay extra charges because of taxation, which is about 30 to 40,000. After booking your exam or after paying the fee of your get email from the Pearson. Pearson is the body which has exam centers all across the world. Uh, Pearson View conducts the exam of multiple organizations. So AMC has a link with Pearson. Once you have booked the exam, Pearson will email you by themselves. Now you have to log in into Pearson and check about the availability of centers. You can get to know about the availability only after booking the exam. Before that, you cannot get any information about these. So this is necessary. And once you have been authorized, paying the AMC fee is called authorization. Now you are authorized with AMC. After paying the fee, you have to book your exam within 1 year. It is not mandatory to give exam, but it is mandatory to book your exam within 1 year of paying your fee. So it is very important step. I have this I have discussed all the pathway, all the procedures of how to book the exam. Now let's talk about what is AMC MCQ exam. First of all, I will talk about what it is. AMC CAT, it is called AMC CAT, Computer Adaptive Testing. It is different from what we have given in MBBS or what we expect from lab or USMLE. They are not computer adaptive testing. They are just prefixed. Their questions are already fixed. They are marked and their answer key is available. But in AMC, the exam pattern is such a way that each question, no one gets a fixed paper. Every candidate, either giving at the same time, they have a different question paper. It's based on AI-based model. You can say an AI-based model in such a way that a computer recognizes your pattern, your behavior during the examination. Each question, either you attempt it. If it is wrong, you will get the next question will be easier. If you attempt it right, the next question will be tougher. And it's not all about the easiness and the competition and all that. It's all about how you are thinking. Uh, it's a conceptual pattern. They recognize your pattern of thinking. If you are attempting the questions which are only which require only memorization, not the critical thinking or any analysis, they will assess that you don't have uh, you just have the basic knowledge, but you don't know how to apply that knowledge in a clinical setting. So that will downgrade your rating. Secondly, uh, this exam consists of 150 questions. You cannot skip any question. I don't know about CLAP or USMLE, but unlike to Pakistan or FCPS, you cannot skip any. Any question which appears in front of you, you have to uh, answer that question. You cannot either go back or change the response. Once you have attempted a question, you cannot change that. And secondly, there is no negative marking. And thirdly, this is that you are expected to complete all 150 questions. You cannot leave any. If you don't have, because not anyone has attempted this or left any question, but if you leave any, so it will be very hard for AMC to assess your competency, and they can mark you as failed. So you cannot leave any question. I think everyone has gotten the idea how this exam works and how this exam is different from all other exams. Now, one thing I should discuss before telling about all the resources and the books of AMC, that is how AMC works and how it should be prepared. AMC is a concept based. They require your critical thinking, analytical skills, how you collect all the data and apply it to the clinical setting. The exam involves all type of questions. Either it's from basic sciences, either it's from clinical sciences. It uh, comprises of all the data. But for it, you need to be prepared. You should know what is the psyche of examiner, what they are looking forward in a candidate. So here I can show you that there are a few things which you need to keep in mind. First of all, it's a concept-based no knowledge. So just don't memorize. Kindly, if you are preparing from the start, try to build your concepts. Uh, invest in your basics. If you don't know about the logic behind anything, just don't go further. Complete the logic, you will get a view so that you can attempt the paper in a better way. Second thing is that how you attempt, yeah, how you can get prepared for the exam. This is the spaced repetition is the most important thing for this exam. If you are preparing for it, you need to repeat uh, your syllabus. You cannot get it through in a one or two setting. You should at least repeat all these data multiple times so that they get ingrained into your mind and you can uh, attempt it better. And secondly, repetition not only means the basic books or the study materials, but also the past case. There are a lot of resources or the past papers, past case recalls available which are needed to be done. Without these, it's very hard to pass the AMC exam. Third and the foremost thing, this is structure, not the volume. Most of the people try to read a lot of the vast amount of information that is not helpful. If they don't know how to apply this, that wouldn't be beneficial. Because AMC or Australia have their own distinct thinking pattern that is need to be recognized. And the second thing is that the timing for attempting the exam, which is 150 questions, is 3.5 hours, which is quite a good time. So don't hurry. There is almost every candidate is able to completely attempt their paper. So ANC is not examining or finding that how much you have studied or your ability to memorize the things, but they are concerned about okay, how you are able to apply that. If you work in their environment, would you be a safe doctor? They just want to ensure this. Even in their clinical exam, they want to know okay, either you are a good clinician, and this is mostly about all the countries. Even I have met many seniors from UK. They have told me that UK doesn't want anyone to know all the things. They they have the trust that they can train anyone. They just need someone who has the ability to do teamwork or incorporate into their environment, into their workplace, in their settings, and has the ability to call for help. They do not expect you to know everything, but they expect you to do in a better way that would not harm their patients. So we have completed almost the AMC one uh, pattern. One thing which is left about AMC, that is their uh, resources and how to study, how much it takes to study. Let's discuss about that. First of all, let's talk about the subject distribution and the consistency of the whole exam. There, as AMC have told, there is 30% from the medicine, 20% from surgery. Uh, uh, Next portion comes the orphan gynae and pediatrics, each of which consists 12.5. Last, then psychiatry is also 12.5%, and last but not the least, population health, which is preventive medicine, uh, as we have studied in community medicine in our third year. Uh, that is, and the ethics, which is basically portion of psychiatry and behavioral sciences. So that also comprises 12.5%. This is not a strict marking. The number can vary slightly during the exam. So this is a tentative idea of how much emphasis should be given to each the subject. Now, there are some resources which are given by AMC. There are a whole list of books which are recommended by AMC for their exam. But we usually do not follow those because that becomes very lengthy and almost impossible to do. There are some official resources which are highly recommended, but out of these we only follow a few. First of all is the Anthology of Medical Conditions. This book is recommended by AMC for medical portion, but we usually do it But this is not the book we follow completely. There are only 10 questions, around about 10 to 12 questions which come from this book. So we will do it in a very selective manner. Second one is the Handbook of Multiple Choice Question. This book was published in 2007 and it is never updated afterwards. It is the most authentic source, but very outdated. It is mandatory to do this. There are multiple choice questions in this book. Uh, so it is very important to attempt these questions to get to know how about the system and to get to know how all what is the pattern and what is the questioning uh, tricks and idea of AMC. Next book is the Mutag's General Practice. Basically, it is a Australian recommended book along with Australian guidelines for the GPs who are working there, general practitioners. That it is one of the most followed book for AMC as well because it involves all the subjects. It includes medicine, obviously. It involves surgery as well. It involves some of the portion of gynae. So it is the just as first aid is the recommended book or the baseline book for USMLE, similarly, Murtag is the baseline book for AMC. Next, what is the clinical problems in general medicine? David et al. We do not do it. Essential pediatrics, we also don't follow it because these make the whole process very lengthy. Rather than these, there are some notes or some other resources which we follow, or at least I followed, and these help me to get through the exam. Next is the Oxford textbook of psychiatry. We also don't follow that. The Red Book, this is the book of Australian guidelines. This is the mandatory book. This is also followed, and it is need to be uh, memorized or read completely. So these are the. This is all about the official resources I have told you in detail. The rest will be discussed in the session, which will start most probably in May, in the mid of May. Now, there are the AMC1 resources which are required to ace the exam. These are not the recommended. Just like we do in MBBS or during the prof, we do not follow the recommended books by UHS or by the university, but we do the books or we read the books which will help us to get through the exam easily. This is uh, these are the a few books. Let me tell you. These are the books which helped me, or my seniors, or my colleagues who had done AMC. They guided me to do in this way, and I opted this, and they helped me. Before starting all this, there is one additional thing. You need to have strong base. You have to need basic sciences completely uh, understandable. For that, I would recommend if anyone who hasn't done good in their initial years or thinks that they have forgotten everything, they should just get their review of basics from first aid along with any video source which they like, either BNB, Dr. Najib, or Ninja Nerd, or if they can first aid on their own, which is a very difficult thing. First aid is very concentrated book. Uh, it is many lines and many concepts are just suggested. You cannot are described in just one line. Usually, people cannot do first aid alone. So just give a read or go through first aid. It will be helpful because you will get a review of all your basic sciences which you have done in your first, second, and third year. After reading first aid, you will get to the now AMC resources. This include first of all the book which you take is John Murtagh along with AMC Handbook uh, of MCQs. Now the pattern is that you read the both books simultaneously. Um, you just read a topic from the John Murtagh and then you attempt it through the AMC handbook. This will help you to get your basics done. Com Major portion, a major chunk of AMC would be done. Now there are and if any topics come in the way which you cannot do or you understand that it is needed to be done in depth, then you can get it from the red book. Guidelines are written there. You can get it done from that. Rest of the topics such as gynae, obs, peds, ethics, and medicine, surgery, they all are needed to be done separately. There are other resources as I have mentioned earlier. These books also contain a major chunk from which you need to get a full understanding of these uh, topics. First of all, for medicine, which I followed was the CK2 Kaplan of Medicine. It was very helpful. And for gynae and obs, I read RCOG guidelines along with some of the portion of lab keys. Kaplan, some people also follow Kaplan, but I didn't use it. For surgery, uh, Bailey, the general surgery portion from the Bailey, and for neurosurgery, the short book of Snell's. The neurosurgery, the basic actually pathways, all the ascending, descending tracks and pathways, they are very necessary for the exam. So I done all of that from the Snell. Lastly, now when anyone has done this basic work, now there is the preparation about the MCQs practice. There are a lot of, not a lot of, but basically three question banks. M-Index is their previous question bank, which has been followed by the AMC aspirants for a long time. That it is uh, obsolete now. It doesn't have its new questions, but it is yet the more very, very authentic resource. It is available offline and uh, in books form as well. I think from the Iqbalin bookshop, it is also available in the printed form. So you can take it. Amindex is also available offline in the PDF forms. Uh, all the data is available and it is available on the IMD as well. It is needed to be done. M plus X, it also contains all the questions of AMC, but it is not followed by most of the people. So I wouldn't recommend it as well. But if anyone have time and they want to explore it as well, they can do it. The third is MDC. MEDC is right now is the most favorable and the most authentic resource because AMC has partnered with MDC. Uh, there is once you get authorization of AMC Part 1 or AMC CAT, yeah, it means that once you have paid fee and you have booked your exam, they give you the subscription of MDC, at which AMC has given their 210 questions, which are available on MDC, which are free available for anyone who has paid the fee of AMC 1 exam. These 210 questions are very, very important. It is suspected or it is usually observed that at least 20 questions comes out of those 210 questions that are given by the ANC examiner or the same topics or the same questions questions from the same niche come in the exam, so these are very important. Additionally, MDC contains around about 4 to 5,000 questions which are about AMC exam, so this is very important. uh, it is available on IMD as well, but MDC separate subscription is also available. MDC is very helpful. I think MDC is your best friend during the preparation of AMC. It's not only the question bank, but it also contains all the other data. It contains very helpful insights. It's all the radiology data, and it also helpful in the clinical exams as well. So, or on MDC, you don't only can read or attempt questions, but also it records your uh, whole journey, how you have improved, what is your percentage of passing. Just like UWorld for the USMLE, MDC is now the UWorld of AMC. So I think uh, I have covered most of the AMC. Uh, Anything which has left, uh, you can ask in the questions. Okay. I have completed all the discussion on my part. So let's go towards the questions. Someone has asked, can I apply for AMC Part 1 during MBBS, or I have to complete my degree and then I apply during house job? You have to complete your MBBS. Once you get your degree or transcript, then you can apply for verification. ठीक है, epic verification. After epic verification, you can apply for AMC Part 1. The second one is, what is the timeline and total time it takes for completing AMC 1, 2, and approximately getting a job? Let me tell you about the AMC 1. If anyone is dedicated and studies full time, it takes about 5 to 6 months. 5 to 6 months are more than enough because we have all studied all things in our MBBS. We just have to revise them in a way that AMC requires or Australia wants us to do. So, uh, AMC wants us to do. So, we should allocate a full time 5 to 6 months. If anyone is doing job like house job or any other job, then they can expect a longer duration for the preparation. But I should recommend, once you have done your resources all and you have done offline MEDEX, now you should now you are on to MDC and you have done it in a good way as well. You should allocate a good 1 to 2 months for the revision, for the preparation, for all, for preparing yourself for the exam. Because AMC is not just like lab, it needs some of your time, but at the end, it is very rewarding. Secondly, after completing AMC 1, there comes the AMC 2. Now, there is a I should tell you that there are two pathways after completing AMC 1. One is the AMC clinical, and the second is work-based assessment. Both happen in Australia. For that, you need to go to Australia. But one other thing which is mandatory, that is unpaid work or observership. Just as we do for USMLE, we do attachment for lab. Similarly, we need to do unpaid observership or unpaid work in Australia as well. This has a very uh, good impacts on getting into their system. First of all, after completing AMC 1, or after passing AMC CAT exam, you are eligible to work as a junior doctor in AMC. AMC gives you a their recognition. They accept you as a doctor. So, as per the law, as per the rule of AMC, you are eligible to do your job or can continue as a doctor in their system. But uh, it is very unlikely to get job there just after passing the AMC one. So, what pathway most of the people choose, they do unpaid observership for about 3 to 6 months. During this month, during this time, you get to know about their system, how that works, how they are approached to patient, and what they expect from you. During this time, you build your legs, and uh, most of the people either they attempt their AMC clinical because you have to do it in Australia, obviously in their central part. So uh, it helps a lot. This unpaid work helps you a lot to prepare better for AMC clinical. Secondly, you can apply for the work-based assessment. A work-based assessment is a uh, it is alternative of AMC clinical. There are few hospitals in Australia which uh, are offering these. This is basically you apply for this assessment to hospital accepts your offer. Uh, they during this you are paid. You work as a junior doctor, RMO, which is resident medical officer, which is just a medical officer, or junior medical officer, JMO. During this, you are paid about, I think, 8 to 10,000 Australian dollars. And during this, you work under observership, under supervisor. They assess you, and then there are exams at the end. There are multiple 2 or 3 types of exam which are taken from you, which is work based assessment, and that is done, and now you are fully licensed to work in Australia. There are these two pathways. Now, talking about the AMC Clinical has a fee of 3,000 Australian dollars. Give me a but work-based assessment, the fee which is charged by AMC, that is about 1,000 Australian dollars, and the hospital or the facility which is supervising you or are providing you with the opportunity to work there and be supervised, they charge you around 12,000 Australian dollars. But as you are earning as well, so this is not much. So these are two pathways, and most of the people who get there and get their observership, they are able to get any of either any one of these two. Either they complete their AMC clinical, or they do or they get their work-based assessment. Both are equally good. After passing AMC clinical, you get your job within a few months. I would say that you can get in within 3 months or 3 to 6 months. Hardly anyone gets beyond 6 months. And after work-based assessment, you are already in their system. So you are already working. So there is no chance you cannot get a job after that. Uh, Next. Uh, Next person has asked, what is your suggestion, AMC or USMLE? Uh, mm, I cannot suggest anything because both pathways are very different. Both pathways are have their own different requirements. USMLE, obviously, as of all you know, it's very competitive. It requires very early start or preparation. It has 3 steps, and it's very hard to get into residency, and you cannot work as a medical officer. You directly match. Obviously, America is the leader of the world. medical education and medical training is the world famous and the best in USA. But everyone cannot do USMLE. It is not everyone's cup of tea. Anyone who's looking an alternative pathway or the less competitive pathway, or they cannot meet to such tough timelines, or any many other reasons, all the reasons for which people are doing lab, it is AMC is a bit easier. It is higher. Once you have done your AMC exams, you have completed your exams. It is almost, I think, 109. I should say more than 90% that you will be able to get your job there. There is no uncertainty in this pathway. So it depends upon you. What do you want to do at which stage you are right now? So both the pathways have their own pros and cons. Someone has asked, so everyone can do AMC? Yes, everyone can do AMC, and after passing AMC clinical, it is confirmed that you will get a job. Okay, someone has asked, if I want to do FCPS too, when should we prepare for it, before AMC or after clearing that? If anyone who is doing their house job or has done their house job or wants to do FCPS as well, I would recommend they should do FCPS before AMC. Because during FCPS, you have to study your basic, you have to study first aid as well. Because I have also done FCPS and given my JCAT as well. So, and I also followed the same pathway. I first uh, gave my FCPS and JCAT last year, in the start of last year, and now then I gave my AMC. I was preparing for AMC beforehand as well, but after completing my house job, I strengthened my basics, and those basics helped me to pass my FCPS exam. uh, this helped me a lot because uh, once I have done that, it was easier for me to do AMC as well. Secondly, is research necessary for CV or just observership is enough? Research is very important in overall medical field, and not even in abroad. Now in Pakistan, if you want to get a good job, such as in our Khan, Shaukat Khanum, in PKLI, your research work is very, very important. So if you have built your portfolio or you have done a research work, it would help you a lot to get your preferred job, preferred residency in Australia as well. Because in Australia, it's very easy to get job in the remote areas, and I think I have heard from a lot of people you do not even need any exam to work in their remote areas to get job. For people, some people from the Pakistan who have their family in Australia, or they can commute easily. They just go there and they find jobs without any exam in their remote, mostly remote areas, and then they do exam. But in their main cities such as Sydney and Melbourne, it is very difficult to find your preferred job. Such as I have my preference for surgery, uh, which is very competitive there. So I am building my portfolio in that field. I'm doing my research, I'm doing my uh, job residency, so that I have better chances of getting the residency or the job of my own choice. Okay. One person has asked, I am waiting for my final year result. When to go for epic verification? Once you get your final year result, then you should immediately apply for your degree. Once you get your degree, you should apply for the epic verification. Another person has asked how to manage with house job and how much time required along with house job. It depends upon your rotations. If you have taken very chill department, then you can completely prepare the whole exam in during your house job and can give it afterwards, just one or few months after your house job, or even if you want to take a break during, or you can get a leave during your house job, you can also give that. As I have told you that for a person to do it requires about 5 to 6 months. That average prof in Pakistan requires 3 to 4 months preparation. Average, as we used to say that PLAB requires 4 to 5 months, 3 to 4 months to prepare. It's a bit tougher than PLAB, so it requires 5 to 6 months. Okay. Someone has asked, are there any requirements for experience for AMC2? No, there is no requirement of any experience for AMC2. Uh, Next, should we start our prep during house job or 5 to 6 months of dedicated period after house job is enough? I think you should start your preparation during house job because you shouldn't waste your time. Anytime you get, you should use that, and you should have at least completed your basic resources so that after completing your house job, you can now do your final preparation. During house job, how to manage AMC1 preparation and how to do it during residency as it is really hectic. And as I have told you, do your basic work or basic preparation during house job as much as possible. How much you can do. Then take the gap between your house job and residency. Take that gap as a benefit. Give your uh, exam and then start your residency if you want to do. Otherwise, for the AMC, if you have decided that you want to do AMC and you want to go abroad to Australia, you don't even need house job. So it's your own choice. But house job is highly recommended. Uh, so it's your choice. I think if anyone is on the pathway to AMC or has done it, they should delay their residency, should do AMC1 and then should do AMC2. As I just started my residency a few months back, 2 or 3 months back. And now I have planned to do my AMC2, which I am suspecting by the end of this year or by the start of next year. For that, I would need to freeze my residency and I would need to go to Australia. So there is a bit of discrepancy. So if you have decided and you are very much motivated, I think you can delay your residency. Okay. Someone has asked if one not able to clear exam in first attempt, can she book for second attempt in the same year? The pass rate for AMC1 is quite good. It is about 55 to 60%, 55%. It's not bad. The pass rate of CLAP was 60 to 65%. So if you prepare well, there is no chance of failing the exam. And AMC was tough. AMC had a lower pass rate just because um, we didn't had, or the people didn't had much idea of it. There were no available resources, there were no available guidelines. Uh, and just like PLAB or USME, they have given their, like, there are PLAB keys, there are their resources, UWord is available. AMC didn't had any such guidelines properly for AMC. They just now have introduced MTC. This was not present before that, and there was a less uh, uh, idea of this, and a few people were attempting this. And the second thing which I learned when I started this pathway, that was that the cream of the medical field, most of the people, they go towards USMLE or PLAB. Just a few years back, 2 or 3 years back, it was very common that the most of the people, or most of the competent people, and the people who are very motivated, they used to go towards these pathways. AMC was just attempted by those people, either they have family or they have just gotten their spouse there. So they were attempted, or just because of the ability of greater timeline or the flexibility or lesser competition, a few people were opting this pathway. This was not explored as much because of the unavailability of resources and lesser pressure, lesser competition. This was this exam had lower pass rate. Okay, someone has asked, do we necessarily need to study John Murtagh for basic along with first aid, or will first aid be enough? No, first aid would not be enough. First aid is not the recommended book by AMC. First aid is just a very good book for the review of your basic sciences. To pass AMC exam, John Murtagh is mandatory. Every word written in John Murtagh is important. Every guideline written in that, every step they have told you to follow. Either they have told you to give medicine. They even in John Murtagh there are regimes written that either this is medicine, either you should give it in BID, or you should do twice daily, or 4 times a day. Everything is written. So it is very mandatory. Okay. Someone has asked, is starting prep during MBBS is useful? No, I think getting your degree in a good way, plus studying from the resources or the books which are uh, during the AMC, that would be helpful. If you are preparing your final exams and you do your surgery from Bele rather than from Dogar, that would be helpful. And if you are studying your medicine, you should also consult Kaplan as well. Or if you are studying your obs gynae, uh, so if you study some of the Australian content as well, that would be helpful in your passing your MBBS exam as well, and would be helpful afterwards as well, because you have studied once. Now it will be very easy for you to recall. Okay, someone has asked about the passing criteria of AMC 1. Now AMC has slightly raised their passing criteria. You should at least get 250 points out of 500. Now, one thing which I have missed is that there are 150 questions, but the total score is 500. And not every question, just like USMLE, not every question has the equal weightage. Um, the basic purpose of AMC CAT is that they titrate the whole exam. Some of the questions which are of easier nature, that would be of lesser weightage, and the other other questions which would be of difficulty, higher difficulty, they would be of the higher weightage. So, and they would be of complex thinking pattern, or just we can say critical thinking, analyzing, integrating multiple aspects. multiple, I think, concepts, they are of higher weightage. And the second thing is attempting most of the right questions, or attempting the most of the questions right is not compulsory or more important. But also doing the high weightage questions is also important. Some of the people come and they say that I have attempted this many questions. I think out of 150, 100 questions, I am very sure that they are right. But what about the other 50 questions? Those questions were of the higher weightage as compared to these 100 questions. So, uh, this is difference of this paper. You don't only need to get the more of the questions, but you also need to attempt the difficult as well. Is observership compulsory for AMC2? No, observership is not compulsory, but it is very helpful in doing the AMC2. As you are going to Australia, you are traveling so far. So, what is harm in doing the observership as well? But it is not compulsory. Isn't it possible to get job after AMC1 in rural areas? Yes, it is possible to get job after AMC1 in rural areas, but getting a job is very the rate of getting job is very low. What's the possibility to get job in major cities after AMC clinical? The possibility of getting job is very high. You can get mostly into the major cities, especially in the medicine and emergency medicine. You can get very easily job in the major cities. Okay, someone has asked after AMC1 observation is paid or not. Observer Observership is not paid. It is just an elective work. It is unpaid. Just like we do observership in USMLE, just like we do attachment in lab, it is also unpaid. But after 3 to 6 months of observership, you can get paid job. Either it's work-based assessment or uh, even the without this assessment, the chances of getting, if you get recommendation from your supervisor, your senior, the chances of getting job are very high. Okay, someone has asked how to prepare, how to start preparation. Either to start from the books or start from the question bank. I would recommend you should first read your books, but if you want to get an idea that what is the uh, nature of questions is, you can start from AMC handbook. And secondly, MDC gives a 5-day free subscription without paid. So you can also utilize that 5 days. Secondly, you can do offline MTech. These are the some resources which you can do beforehand if you want to get an idea about the nature of questions and nature of AMC examiners. But I would recommend once you have done your basic books and resources, then you should purchase MDC subscription. Is AMC valid in New Zealand too? Yes, AMC is valid in New Zealand. If we have no relative in Australia, is this has any effect on us? No, this doesn't have any effect. This has nothing to do with your uh, clinical portfolio. Okay, someone has asked that work-based assessment observership में भी हो सकती है, or and either it is costlier than AMC clinical. वर्क बेस्ड असेसमेंट ऑब्जर्वरशिप में नहीं हो सकती। ऑब्जर्वरशिप के बाद इट इज वेरी इजी फॉर यू टू गेट work based assessment if you because there's just a few hospitals which are offering this. If you get there, and why would a hospital um, accept you? They don't know anything about you. You have just passed the AMC exam. How would they accept you in a role whether in which they also have to pay you and also have to supervise you? They don't know about anything of you. So I think you observership is very important. After that, you get paid work, and during that paid work of about 6 to 12 months, you get your work-based assessment done. And yes, this is costly, but you are not doing any job before AMC clinical. Uh, but in work-based assessment, you are getting paid, so the cost doesn't matter. Does unpaid house job in Pakistan affect getting job after AMC in any way? No. Unpaid house job doesn't have any effect. What is best, AMC clinical or work-based assessment after AMC part 1? Both are equally good, but it depends upon you which one you get easier. Someone has asked, compared to USMLE, is this a faster pathway? Yes, obviously. You just have to give your AMC 1 and you have to give your AMC 2 and you are ready to go. Okay, someone has asked, should we go online or in person for AMC2? One thing which I need to clear is that AMC2 is now happening only in Australia. I think a long time before it was available online in the other country. You could, I think 2 or 3 years back, you could give it from Pakistan as well. But now you can only give it in Australia, either online or in person. All it is happening in Australia. Okay, someone has asked how to prepare for AMC2. Are there any courses being conducted in Pakistan? No, there is no courses of AMC available in Pakistan, but there are a few people who are helping. One thing is that MTC also has clinical OSCE questions. That app also helps in clinical examination. Secondly, there are few channels such as Emergency Focus. They are offering their courses. So there are a few available options. Okay, I think answered many of the questions. Uh, if anyone has left or I was unable to give answer, they can I think ask in group. I will answer those questions once I get uh, time. Uh, so I think that's all for today.
थैंक यू सो मच आपी फॉर योर टाइम। और हम मीटिंग के कंक्लूजन की तरफ जाते हैं। और ये जो वेबिनार है काफ़ी लंबा चला गया है, 1 आवर एंड 16 मिनट ऑलमोस्ट। तो इसके अलावा हम अनाउंसमेंट करते हैं, हमारा सेशन स्टार्ट हो रहा है एएमसी का। एएमसी 1 का हमारा सेशन स्टार्ट हो रहा है ऑलमोस्ट 10 मई से। तो जिसमें हमारे पास जो मेंटोर होंगी डॉक्टर सिब्गा ही होंगी। यू कैन डिस्कस योर क्वेरीज, योर क्वेश्चन विद हर। और उसके अलावा ये 10 मई से स्टार्ट होगा, 45 डेज का सेशन होगा। बीच में हम ईद की जो हॉलीडेज होंगे वो एडजस्ट कर लेंगे। तो ये चला जाएगा 25 जून तक। और इसके हमारे पास जो सेशन की प्राइस है, कॉस्ट है, वो है 1500 15,000 ऑलमोस्ट। और लेकिन हमने गोल्डन आवर का डिस्काउंट पीरियड रखा हुआ है, वो है ऑलमोस्ट 10K रुपीज। तो यू कैन कंटेक्ट विद मेडवर्स पाकिस्तान और यू कैन बुक योर स्लॉट। और आप ये देयर टू गाइड यू। और उन्होंने हमारे साथ एक डील की हुई है कि दे विल प्रोवाइड प्रॉपर टाइम फॉर आवर ऑडियंस, और जो मेडवर्स का सेशन ज्वाइन करेंगे उनके लिए भी। तो आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू विल ज्वाइन, और हम हमारा एक अच्छा सेशन चलेगा और हम एक साथ में जर्नी स्टार्ट करेंगे इंशाल्लाह। तो अब हम मीटिंग का एंड करते हैं। को जिनके क्वेश्चन रह गए हैं तो वो हम बाद में डिस्कस कर लेंगे इंशाल्लाह। तो टेक केयर और अल्लाह हाफिज।